and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the winners of 6 straight, the Houston Cougars, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Longhorns will put total leather and we'll get started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Houston's offense will go to work first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, in this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Paul, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the ground with the back. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for room. It's Sanford. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Well, we knew coming into this one, this was an offense that wanted to come out, sling it around, but the timing is going to have to be a whole lot better. This defense has athletes who can close on the ball and make plays, and you saw it right there in that interception to open this game.
Here comes the Texas offense.
Let's go.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it to the back. And the defense drags him down.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback involved. Easy pitch and catch. I've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted deep in his own end. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Well, really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the grab. It's Thomas. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Gives it on the option. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Houston will be forced to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Right on the money. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at it. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there using...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And this is how the wind can really affect a game. It's not just for kickers, but quarterbacks as well. And on that last throw, guys, it looked to me like he was throwing it into the wind, and that definitely affected the velocity of the throw. It also affected the accuracy, and that's what caused the interception.
It's complete to the left. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Cougars. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Quarterback may change this route. Handoff to the lone back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
And the Longhorns decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Now on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. To the air on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Throws to the tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And the defense, Dave, got him at the 27.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Moore. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. caught over the middle. It's Wingo. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas!
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast, and you can tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here's a heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side. Watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Out of the end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He takes it at the 45, and the returner will be knocked down. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
Off the play fake on 1st down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone, and I love the vision right here by the cornerback, seeing the quarterback the whole way, breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that cornerback.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Longhorns looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Lockett. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Longhorns are flying down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. They're setting up the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Got his man quickly. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Let's go. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now, Paul.
Turning it on! And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game, but I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
On third down, he drops the throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the third down pass is knocked away by the D. Houston will be forced to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. The give to the lone running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Punt is in the air. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Going right to work up top. Caught behind the line. It's Boyd. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Hauls it in at the 25. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Texas offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Creates a little room. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They'll try it over the left side. Ball is loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Catch in the middle. It's Wingo. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. He's got the tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They'll go to the air. Under fire. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking downfield very late in the half. Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Texas!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. The give to the back. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They keep it on the ground to open the third. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Hold. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Here we go. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Direct snap. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. The Longhorns send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
They boot it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Rides to back and leaves it. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We've talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
He's stopped short, and it's 4th down. Houston will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On his way back from the 20. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got enough for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Turns it on at midfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
They go to the ground. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got him still on his feet. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The Longhorns are threatening on 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious... some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Leaves it with the running back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down. It'll be fourth. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Give to the running back. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Ball is at the 35. It's first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught near the sticks, it's McCutcheon. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. On the ground, it's Baxter. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's open on the right. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease to the left. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They feed him again. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Here we go.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas.
Ready, set.
It'll be 3rd and long.
Let's go. Ready.
To the air, it's Owens. Firing to the right, complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Wide receiver comes in motion. Handoff to the single running back. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You gotta like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. Makes one man miss. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They'll go to the ground. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Makes the catch. It's Finley. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Cougars are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the line. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Houston will be forced to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
Instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
The offense changing the play. The give, and tick, 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 tick. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They're going to test the right side with this one. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Longhorns will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Punt is on its way. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Looking downfield, it's Bullock. Got his man down the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Floats it out in space. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Wants to keep it in the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Looking for space, it's Russell. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for the squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent, looking ahead to next season. But that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.